There's a place in the universe where time itself stops breathing, where light once born from the heart of a star gets swallowed, never to return. A silent monster, invisible, patient, eternal. The black hole. For centuries, it was only a myth, a ghost inside Einstein's equations, a mathematical whisper about something too powerful to exist. But when humanity's finally caught its shadow, the outline of nothing, we realized something terrifying. Black holes don't just consume stars. They bend reality. They rewrite the rules of time. And if you were to fall inside one, you wouldn't die instantly. No. You'd witness eternity unfold in a single heartbeat. Because near a black hole, time itself loses meaning. This is the story of how the darkest object in the cosmos reveals the deepest truth about what time really is. Time feels simple, right? Tick-tock, morning, evening, cause and effect. But the deeper we look, the stranger it becomes. Einstein shattered our old belief that time was universal. He said it's not a single clock ticking everywhere at once. It's a flexible fabric, stretching and twisting depending on speed and gravity. Move faster, time slows down. Stand near something massive like a black hole and time almost stops. Imagine standing on Earth while 1 second passes for you, but for someone orbiting a black hole, that same second stretches into years. For them, the universe outside would race ahead. Stars would die, galaxies would fade, and they'd still be watching the same flicker of light. So, what is time, really? A flow of moments, or just a trick of perspective and illusion born from gravity's grip? To understand a black hole, you have to understand space. Einstein imagined the universe as a vast, elastic fabric. When something heavy, like a star, sits on it, the fabric bends. That's gravity. Now imagine that star collapsing inward, getting smaller and denser until the curve becomes so steep that nothing, not even light, can climb out. That's a black hole. A tear in spacetime. A point of no return called the event horizon. Inside that horizon, the rules of physics collapse. Space turns into time. Time turns into space. Reality flips itself inside out. If you fell in, you wouldn't feel a thing. You'd cross the horizon quietly. But to anyone watching from afar, you'd freeze suspended forever, fading into red like a dying ember. For them, your time would have stopped. But for you, it would go on. Just differente. Einstein called this time dilation, the stretching of time under gravity. It's not science fiction. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station experience time slightly slower than we do on Earth. Just a few milliseconds, but measurable. Now scale that up to the gravity of a black hole. If you orbit close enough, a few hours could equal centuries outside. That's what happens in Interstellar. It's not just a movie trick, it's real physics. When Cooper and his team landed on Miller's planet near a supermassive black hole, 1 hour equaled 7 years back on Earth. A breathtaking exaggeration, but theoretically possible. Time bends around gravity's heart. So, if someone stayed near a black hole long enough, and then came back, they could literally travel into the future. No machine, no paradox. Just gravity and patience. Now imagine falling. A malfunction. A drifting ship. You're pulled toward the black hole's edge. At first, you see light bending around you, the stars warping into a glowing halo, a trick of light trapped in orbit. Then, the pull becomes irresistible. You cross the event horizon. To you, nothing feels strange. You're floating, peacefully, weightless. But to the universe watching, you've frozen mid-fall. Your image stretches, reddens, fades into black. It's as if time itself is saying goodbye. Inside, though, your clock keeps ticking. Each second draws you closer to the singularity, the point where everything collapses into infinite density. A place where time doesn't just slow. It stops existing. No before, no after. Only forever. At the center of every black hole lies the singularity, a one-dimensional point where the laws of physics dissolve. Space and time fuse into something unknowable. Here's the truth. We don't know what happens there. Our math breaks down. Relativity can't describe Italiano, quantum theory can't either. Some physicists believe everything crushed inside still exists encoded somehow on the surface. As information, others say it's truly gone, erased from the universe. But both ideas face a paradox. Information can't be destroyed. So where does it go? If time itself ends inside the singularity, what does destroyed even mean? It is a question that haunts modern physics and whispers something profound about the limits of our understanding. In the 1970s, Stephen Hawking made a discovery that shook the scientific world. He found that black holes aren't completely black, they radiate a faint glow of energy that slowly makes them evaporate over billions of years. This became known as Hawking radiation. But there's a problem. If a black hole evaporates and everything inside disappears, where does the information go? The universe isn't supposed to lose data. It's like deleting a page from the cosmic storybook, it breaks the rules. Hawking himself once believed the information was lost forever. Later, he changed his mind. Perhaps, he said, the information isn't gone, it's just scrambled, imprinted on the surface of the event horizon, like a hologram, a holographic universe, where everything we see, every memory, every life, is an image projected from a distant cosmic surface. If the holographic theory is true, then our universe might be a projection. Everything three-dimensional could actually be encoded on a two-dimensional boundary, like a movie playing from a cosmic screen. That means your reality, your past, your future, might be patterns of information written on the very fabric of space. Black holes could be the universe's libraries. Every atom, every photon that falls in, isn't lost, it's recorded, preserved in a language of quantum data we can't yet read. It's poetic, isn't it? That nothing is ever truly gone, that even in destruction, there's remembrance. Maybe the black hole isn't a void. Maybe it's a memory, a keeper of time itself. If time slows near a black hole and speeds up far away, then time itself depends on where you are and how you move. So maybe time isn't something that flows. Maybe it's something we experience differently, depending on perspective, like two observers watching the same story from different seats in the theater. One sees the beginning, one sees the end. But the story of the film already exists in its entirety. Maybe that's what time really is, a story already written. And consciousness is the act of watching it unfold, frame by frame. And maybe, when we die or cross the cosmic horizon, we finally see the whole film at once. Every moment we ever lived, folded together, timeless. In 2019, humanity witnessed history. The Event Horizon Telescope captured the first ever image of a black hole, not in visible light, but in radio waves, combined from telescopes across the planet. What we saw wasn't the black hole itself, but its shadow, a glowing ring of gas, swirling around a void of absolute darkness. That image, orange, blurry, and beautiful, wasn't just science. It was a mirror, a reflection of how small we are and how far we've come. For the first time, we didn't just imagine the unseeable, we saw it. And that image confirmed something incredible. Einstein was right. The warping of space and time around the black hole matched his predictions perfectly. A silent applause from the cosmos. Yet, even with proof, we're still blind to the truth inside. No probe, no telescope, no signal can escape the event horizon. It's a one-way door. To understand it fully, we'd need a theory that merges relativity and quantum mechanics, a theory of everything. Some call it quantum gravity, others string theory. Whatever it is, it would explain how the smallest particles and the largest structures share the same rules. Until then, the black hole stands as a monument to our ignorance, a reminder that even our brightest minds can only peer so far into the dark. But maybe that's the beauty of it, that the universe keeps some secrets. Termined Swari still explores. Sometimes I wonder if time is relative. What does that say about our lives? Maybe the moments we rush through, the seconds we waste, scrolling, worrying, regretting, are fragments of a much larger pattern. Maybe now is no less eternal than the birth of the stars. Because if time is perspective, then every heartbeat is infinite to someone, somewhere. The black hole doesn't just bend time, it mirrors our own mortality. It tells us that everything ends, but endings aren't destruction. They're transformation, and maybe, just maybe, time doesn't move forward. It just is. A cosmic stillness, waiting for us to notice. If black holes erase time, then what lies beyond them? Some physicists believe they could lead to other universes, that this singularity might be a bridge, not an end. A doorway to another reality where time begins anew. Others say it as simply silence, a final punctuation mark at the end of existence. But perhaps a real answer lies in how we feel time. Every memory, every loss, every heartbeat, that's our own event horizon. Moments we can never return to, yet that still pull us with invisible gravity. In that way, maybe we all carry a black hole within us, a core of moments, too heavy to let go. Look at your hands. Atoms forged in stars that died billions of years ago. Particles that once danced near the edge of black holes now form the consciousness that wonders about them. We are made of the same universe that bends time. We are space-time, thinking about itself. And when you look up at the night sky, you're not just seeing light from the past, you're witnessing time's footprints. each star, each photon, a messenger from a different. So maybe the real miracle isn't that black holes distort time, it's that we, fragile beings of dust and thought, can understand that at all. That consciousness emerged just long enough to look into the dark and find meaning. In the end, the black hole isn't a predator, it's a teacher. It shows us that time is a river, flowing from past to future. It's an ocean, where every moment exists all at once. Maybe eternity is an infinite time. Maybe it's no time at all. So next time you stare into the night, remember, the darkness you see isn't emptiness, it's a canvas of possibilities. Because somewhere out there, a black hole is devouring a star, and thus it's whispering the same truth to every corner of existence, that nothing is ever truly lost. That even the end of time is just another beginning. And perhaps, in that endless silence beyond the stars, time itself, he's watching with